Hello, my name is Praveen, and I'm a co-founder of Tech Divinity, which are under associated with a private limited firm, Divinity India Enterprises Private Limited, Pune-based startup, which established in the 2014, which are working with an educational organization and a government organization for the last 6 years. We have developed useful softwares which are running successfully in organization with a large user set. I'm into helping a diverse range of startup to adopt the right architecture at each part of their life cycle and provide support to startups in architecting scalable, reliable, and secure solutions. Today videos is a discussion about the Amazon EC2. This video purpose is to make it understand who wants to learn and listen to AWS services with the practical and conceptual background. So without wasting any time, let's jump into the topic. So we are starting with the compute scaling and the load balancing. This may be a long series, and we can break it into as chunks of the video and then make it available. So I will discuss the why and the how of designing multi-region and active-active architecture. We are starting with the compute scaling and the load balancing. The word starts compute. What is elastic compute? EC2. Elastic means it can scale, it combines with the auto scaling group, and the load balancing and compute means it is a server which can calculate or do any mathematical work. Example 2 is to 2 equals to 4, or any complex computation which can be done by a computation. Amazon EC2 have any workload use cases as we can create active directories as a Windows server, and on the Linux server any database workload or any programming related languages work, or it can also used for a Docker container. So EC2 is very powerful tool of it having a various of base operating system. Onto that we need to configure any application and mount any API which depends that what work we gonna do to with the EC2. Okay, so EC2 provides a various feature like it has a different pricing options. It have hourly billing, and now with the reserve instances it is a given option, giving options of the per second billing, and the reserve instances can be purchased for a 1 year term and a 3 year term. So EC2 have options for the three different type of workload as like a general purpose instances, compute optimized, which is a C series instance and basically needed for computation workload, memory optimized, storage optimized, and the accelerated computing instances which is used for gaming purpose. So after that type of instances, now we have a features about EC2. It is a global infrastructure, multiple locations. Amazon EC2 provides the ability to multiple locations, and each region are geographically separated. In one region multiple locations, Amazon EC2 provide the ability in multiple locations, and each region are geographically isolated, that is separated. In one region there is a multiple availability zone as like US East 1A, US East 1B. uh, so the time Amazon time sync service provides a highly accurate, reliable, and available time source to Amazon services including EC2 instances. And the next is Amazon machine images are pre-configured with an ever-growing list of operating system, including Microsoft Windows and the Linux distributions such as Ubuntu, Red Hat, and CentOS and a Debian. So cost and capacity optimization with per second billing, you only pay for what you use. It takes the cost of unused minutes and seconds in an hour of the bill. So you can focus on improving your application instead of maximizing using of the to the hour. So Amazon EC2 auto scaling allow you to automatically scale your Amazon EC2 capacity up or down according to the condition you define. You can use the dynamic and predictive scaling policies within EC2 auto scaling to add or remove EC2 instances. Predictive scaling uses machine learning to proactively allocate instances based on anticipated demand. So when the demand increases, that predictive scaling will use, and the dynamic scaling allow you to do scale compute based on the defined matrix. So with EC2 auto scaling, you can ensure that the number of EC2 instances you are using scale up seamlessly during the when the traffic hit demand spikes to maintain performance, and when it goes down the traffic low, so it scales down automatically during the for minimizing the cost. So with a single API call, Amazon EC2 Fleet lets you provision compute capacity across EC2 instances type, availability zones, and the purchase model to help optimize scale, performance, and the cost. So the next, optimized CPU configuration. Optimized CPU features give you the greater control of your Amazon EC2 instances on two fronts. So first, you can specify a custom number of virtual CPU when launching new instances to save on virtual CPU based licensing cost. And the second one is that you can disable Intel hyper-threading technology. So Intel ST technology, it called, for workload that perform well with the single-threaded CPUs. So it is used for high performance computing applications. And the last one is the pause and resume your instances. Yes, you can hibernate your Amazon EC2 instances backed by Amazon EBS and resume them from this state at a later time. Applications that can take a while to bootstrap and persist straight into the memory RAM can benefit from this feature. Okay, so optimal storage for a workload. So different EC2 workload can have a vastly different storage requirement. So it is a EBS or a EFS, Elastic Block Store, and Elastic File System to suit their cloud storage workload. Amazon EBS provides persistent, highly available, consistent, and low latency block storage volume for EC2 instances, and Amazon EFS provides simple, scalable, and persistent, fully managed cloud file storage for the shared access. So next is networking. Networking features high packet per second performance and low latency with enhanced networking. Enhanced networking enables you to get significantly higher packet per second performance, lower network and lower latencies. This feature uses a network virtualization stack that provides higher I/O performance and lower CPU utilization compared to the traditional implementation. So run high levels of inter-node communication with Elastic Fabric Adapter. So what is Elastic Fabric Adapter? So EFA is a network interface for Amazon EC2 instances that enables customer to run application requiring high level of inter-instance communications, as like machine learning, computational fluid dynamics, weather modeling, so at a scale on AWS. So EFA is available as an optional EC2 networking feature. It is not a very mandatory networking feature, so that can you enable on any supported EC2 instances at no additional cost. And manage dynamic cloud computing services with Elastic IP addresses. So Elastic IP address is nothing but a static IP that connects associated with your account, not with a particular instance. So and you can control that address until you choose explicitly release it. So unlike static IP address, however, Elastic IP addresses allow you to the mask instance or availability zones failure by programmatically remapping your public IP addresses to any instances on your account. And the fourth one is the high throughput and low latency with high performance computing clusters. Customers with complex computational workloads such as tightly coupled parallel process or with applications sensitive to network performance can achieve the same high compute and network performance provided by custom built infrastructure, okay, while benefiting from the elasticity, flexibility, and cost advantage of Amazon EC2. It's basically a uses for high performance applications. uh, and the last one is the AWS private link, that it is a purpose built technologies designed for the customers to access Amazon services in a highly performant and highly available manner, so while keeping all the network traffic within the AWS network. So that's for all now. Bye for now. We'll meet in the next series. Thank you.